So, Lucasfilm is creatively bankrupt. I mean, we all knew this, didn't we, ladies and gents? We knew this for a while. Creatively bankrupt, I mean, even to the point where they're looking to resurrect. Adam Driver's Ben Solo Kylo Ren could return in an upcoming Star Wars movie or TV series. Why? Why? Now, let's explore two angles, okay? So the Rise of Skywalker, awful film. Which, speaking of which, guys, if you want to see my pickled Snoke shirts coming back, let me know. I'll chuck them down below in Teespring. But Rise of Skywalker, Adam Driver's Kylo Ren gave himself up, didn't he? Right, like he spirited into Daisy Ridley's Rey or whatever, gave her life. So, like, what? How's he going to come back? I mean, even if he doesn't come back, what are you then going to explore? Are you going to explore his past? Because that's already been explored in comic books, hasn't it? So what's there to explore? What's the point? Seriously, what is the point? Lucasfilm's so creatively bankrupt, this is where they're at. Now, this report is over on comicbookmovie.com, and it's all a rumour at this point in time. But obviously, we like to cover these things. Things are in production at the moment, right? Or they're in pre-production, because nothing's being made in terms of people actually shooting stuff. A lot of stuff is getting off the ground, and a lot of the studios are looking to really push stuff now. So some of these rumours do actually come from genuine meetings that are happening, and it's really important to note that. So obviously this report goes, as divisive as the Star Wars sequels undoubtedly were, so that's saying something, Adam Driver's Ben Solo Kylo Ren is a character almost all fans were able to get on board with. His story's end in The Rise of Skywalker was tragic, but mostly fitting. But a lot of moviegoers were disappointed that he was never given the chance to bring balance to the Force and continue the Skywalker solo lineage. No, come on. You can just call yourself Skywalker. It's fine. I'm Rey Palpatino. No, I'm not. I'm Rey Skywalker. Who cares? Come on. Don't you know this, comicbookmovie.com? It doesn't matter. You just call yourself whatever you want, and you're part of that lineage. It's the Rise of Skywalker. Being apparently just a name that anyone takes. It's a moniker now. It's like Batman. Anyone can don the Skywalker name. Fucking ridiculous. Now, though, a rumour shared by Kessel Run Transmissions, Corey Van Dyke, points to there being plans, apparently, for Kylo Ren's story to continue in some way, shape, or form. Now, it doesn't say specifically that it's going to continue so much, right? So, this is what he tweeted out, right? He says, "We've heard that Ben Solo is a character Lucasfilm wants to further develop." Now, that doesn't go to say that it's further developing past The Rise of Skywalker, and if it was, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. What's he going to do? Just pop back up as a ghost? "Oh, Rey, I'm going to teach you how to do this." Like, what's the point? Now, it says further, we don't know if this is a series or a movie, but it's definitely being worked on. We also don't know if this is pre-The Force Awakens or post-The Rise of Skywalker. But if I were to guess, I'd say pre-The Force Awakens. We've seen it. It's in comic books. What's the point? How creatively bankrupt do you have to be? It's so irritating. Now, they say again this is in early development, and they continued further and said, "We've also heard nothing about Adam Driver being attached to the project, which leads me to believe this could be animated or a young Ben Solo featured in a live action series." But again, what's the point? Now, so Star Wars has done a good prequel in terms of how to do a prequel, I guess, to a character or a part of the story that we've seen before. So, whatever you think of Rogue One, right? Whether you dislike Rogue One or you like Rogue One, it's still a good way to do a prequel in universe about events that we've already seen happen, because you're following characters that are brand new, centered around key events in the main sort of lineage storyline, right? So when you look at that and you go, well, anything can happen to these characters, actually, literally anything, because they could pop up again later down the line, so we don't necessarily know that they're going to die. Obviously, they all do, but we don't know that. So that was a good way of doing it. Ben Solo, we've seen his story. We haven't seen it play out specifically, but we've seen his end, and we've seen him... Well, who wants to see him being a Jedi? Who cares? Like, is that really that important? No, and it's not going to be the character that we know. So it just seems so dumb. So dumb. And no, Adam Driver won't be back for this. Like, he's happy not doing this shit. Now, it continues further and says, the big thing here is LFL, so Lucasfilm, is very aware of Ben's popularity. Is he really that popular? A lot of people just thought he looked like an emo. And they do want to continue his story in some form. They've already done it with comic books. You even see the leader of the Knights of Ren, like Ren. Okay. This is the other sequel trilogy character that we've been hearing about for months. Where can this go? Like, seriously, where can it go? I don't see this progressing anywhere. I don't see it progressing past... look, right, okay, let's lay out some storylines, right? So, what key points in his life could we explore? Well, when he's born and he's a kiddie, and then he goes to train with Luke. Okay? Could be interesting. But we know where it ends up. It ends up with Luke trying to kill him. So that doesn't work. Also, a bit of that's been explored in the comics. So what we could do, is we could explore him beginning to be coerced by Snoke. That's interesting, isn't it? It's been explored in the comics. We could explore his early days with the Knights of Ren. I think that's been explored in the comics too. We could explore his early days working for Snoke. Yeah, could. That might be interesting. But we know who Snoke is now. He's just a pickle in a jar that Palpatine made. No, that'd be lame as well. We could explore him after The Force Awakens, doing stuff. But then we've seen him die. Do you see how this doesn't go anywhere good, anywhere special? And you can't explore him post The Rise of Skywalker because he's dead. So what's the point? Creative bankruptcy from Lucasfilm once more. Terrible news. And then you get some good news, right? Then down here, look, Obi-Wan Kenobi series coming to Disney. Could actually start production as soon as next month. That's good news, isn't it? That's good. I like the sound of that. Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, no. Lame. Creatively bankrupt. Hope this falls flat on your rear end, son. Let me know your thoughts though, if you disagree with anything. I would love to hear it, and I'd really love to hear if you can actually pitch me a storyline. Pitch me something that we've not seen in the comics. Pitch me something that we can actually explore in a, again, episodic or a movie. That's quite a long time. Love to hear it. Let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I've been Mr. H. Take care.